Hi Internet, my name is Audrey Batterham. I'm a counselor and community educator in Toronto. I've been working for years actually with homeless youth, running peer education programs centered around harm reduction. And I've done so much crafting over the years, like not that much of an artist, but a crafter. And homeless youth, so many great artists, full of great ideas. So I'm gonna share some crafting ideas that have to do with self-care. And they are all things that you could do yourself, you could do with your family. They may provide some comfort and, kill some time in these difficult times. Okay, so one of them that I want to share with you, I just kind of call like cup overflowing. So I first did this activity at like a staff retreat in my old job. Those kinds of jobs I was based in a homeless shelter are really tough, right? And you have days where you like forget why you're in this work. And so the idea was to kind of really, instead of focusing on the stuff that we don't have, to focus on the stuff that we do have, and be grateful for it. So, one says, hearing staff advocate for youth in meetings. So that was something I was grateful for. What's something else? That's hard to read, but use sense of humor when there's laughter in my day, which is often, right? So, applying this to your kind of life right now, what are you grateful for? And the idea is to kind of find some kind of like colorful paper like this and just kind of write it down on strips on, like the white side, something like that. And just kind of write down the things that you're grateful for. And so in the initial activity, like you're just trying to fill it so that the cup is overflowing. This is a wine glass, don't judge me. Could be any kind of receptacle. And then on days when you're feeling low, you may need to be reminded what you're grateful for, and you can start looking at 1 or 2 or 3 or the whole cup. Okay, so that's one, easy peasy. So this one is like making your own like magnet. So this one says, caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare. And that's one of my favorite quotes of all time from Audre Lorde, who was resisting racism and sexism and homophobia and classism and all those things. So, what you would do with that is you pick an inspirational quote, and you get just like these magnets from the dollar store. You write down your quote on your base. You can make any shape. You probably want to have like some kind of like heavier paper, like a cardstock. If you don't have cardstock, you could cut part of a box and then layer your, prettier paper over that. So you would kind of make your base, start the decorations, put your quote on, and keep decorating. Maybe you have stuff like this, like the fancy kind of tape. You don't have to be all that crafty to do it. Okay, so next one is this easy peasy self-care box. So, this one I also made when I did this old job. I think I learned it from a youth. This one says, things won't change unless you change them. I slay. You can do it. Love and take care of your body. Your tolerance of bullshit is at the correct level. There's a couple more. So yeah, there's these templates online for boxes. You can print them off if you have a printer, or I suppose you could just like copy the template. And then you know, again, a heavier paper works better, some kind of cardstock. And I find like a wetter glue works for folding down the edges better than the glue stick. And then of course you have to wait for it to dry. I would like color it and decorate it and write in your affirmations before you form the box. That would make life easier for you. So a place that, you know, you can get affirmations is like, just Google it. There's one that I like that might come up for you, and it's like these chakra affirmations. Yeah, there's some good statements in that one. Could be just things like, I love and accept myself. And so, yeah, my final kind of, well, it's kind of like a two-parter. So what I'm finding right now is comfort is the best. And a lot of comfort for me has to do with nostalgia. So I kind of made this little reminder poster. So food that comforts me, TV and film that comforts me, activities that comfort, music. Hard to show it. And so, like, for example, food is crepes. Activities, sit under a weighted blanket. TV and film, like Harry Potter, Mulan. Mulan was a favorite from childhood, so there's a real theme coming up as I did this about like childhood things. And I also find beauty really comforting, and you know, so like beautiful pictures, beautiful art, beautiful voices, right? So on the music, the things that came up were just like some of my favorite voices. Yeba, for example, Milk Carton Kids that do beautiful harmonies, and then also nostalgia stuff. So I was thinking of soundtracks that I loved in the 90s, like Big Chill, Romeo and Juliet, and Forrest Gump. So yeah, so those are, so that's that little activity. I guess it's not even a craft. And finally, easy peasy, just a stone. And this one says, take comfort on it. Just with one of these Sharpie thingies that are kind of a special kind of paint marker that specifically works on stones and glass and that kind of thing, because it's oil-based. Yeah, so that's all my self-care crafts by Audrey Batterham. That's all for today. So if you want more ideas, let me know. Find me on my website, audreybatterham.com. Thanks. Bye.